Alright, put the 2-prong plug onto the head of the power cable. Sweet.
Now I wonder what this is. This thing here looks like a voltmeter. And this is the control for that? Gosh, there's so many dials.
Why don't you try turning one of them?
No, nothing. There's no power here, guys. I turned it down a whole bunch, but even if I turn those switches, nothing happens.
Oh shit then, fine, fuck it. We'll put the cable in the thing for us to get power going. Alright, I've got the 2-prong power cable in my hand. I'm pretty sure this will work. Under the desk I go. Let's just plug this thing into the monitor. Alright, that ought to do it. Right then, let's turn on the power. I don't think anything's gonna happen. Why not? Well, it's not the main computer. Well, you never know until you try. I'm pretty optimistic. Holy shit! Junpei pushed a button in front of the monitor. With a soft hum, it turned on. Streams of letters that made no sense to Junpei began scrolling across the screen. He had hoped it would turn on, but he hadn't expected this. Huh? It's actually working. So it would seem. Isn't that kind of weird? What? Well, it's not connected to the main computer, right? There's just this keyboard and monitor. The only cable connected to this thing is the power cable we just plugged in. So why is it working? Well, maybe it's a wireless display. Clearly, this was a reasonable explanation to Lotus. Wireless display? Yeah, it connects to your computer wirelessly. Hence the name. God! Have you been living in a cave, Junpei? More like stupid, right? He most certainly had not, but... Is that normal? Well, yeah. At least where I worked. Ooh, some background info. Where did you work? As they spoke, the lines of letters suddenly stopped and disappeared. The only thing left on the screen was the word pass, followed by a colon. It looks like we need to enter a password. Again. There must be a hint around here somewhere. Could you go take a look around? Yeah, I'm on it. What are you gonna do? I'll see if I can do something about this on my own. On your own? Yep, on my own. Lotus pulled over the nearest chair and dropped herself onto it in front of the keyboard. Damn! For a second she stared at the screen. She kneaded her hands, knuckles popping, and twisted her back left and right. Right then, let's kick some ass. Lotus smiled to herself and rubbed her hands together in anticipation. Then before Junpei had time to blink, she was typing at an incredible speed, the click-clack of the keys running together like a machine gun fire. What? Junpei was for once at a loss for words. Didn't expect that, did you, motherfucker? You just thought I was some kind of stripper or some of these big old titties. Didn't you? Didn't you? Of course I didn't. What kind of job do you have? What are you? I'm unemployed at the moment. I used to work for a cybersecurity firm, but I quit. Why? Lotus blinked. Huh? Oh, it was just something. She stopped typing for a moment and her face fell. This was not an avenue of questioning to be pursued, Junpei realized, and quickly shut his mouth. Lotus's fingers began to move again, and in a few seconds she was back up to speed. As she typed, more letters and symbols that meant nothing to Junpei began to pour across the screen. What are you doing now? Well, I'm gonna try and brute force the bastard. Brute what? A brute force attack is, well, the short version is I just attacked the thing head on. The long version, without looking up or slowing down, she began to explain. A brute force attack is one of the simplest ways to break a cipher, she told him. It checks every possible combination until it finds the right one. For a complex cipher, it can take a very long time. The thought of doing something like that made Junpei feel tired, but Lotus explained that she was writing a program that would run just such an attack on its own. It's not the most elegant solution, certainly, but given the circumstances, there isn't much else I can do. Even as she talked, her fingers never slowed or missed a key. Junpei couldn't help but feel a little awed. Ah, but back to what we were talking about earlier. What were we talking about? The wireless display? It's kind of strange if you think about it, isn't it? How do I put it? Well, let's say you write a program that calculates an addition problem for you. Alright? So you enter 1 plus 1. The screen will show you 2. See? Isn't that strange? No, not really. Oh, come on now. Of course a caveman like you would think it was strange. You said so just a minute ago. You're just not getting it, are you? Who calculated 1 plus 1? The main computer, right? You said it's connected to the monitor wirelessly. Yeah, but someone who grew up in a cave wouldn't know that, right? They probably think that this thing here, the monitor, is doing the calculating. And once they've decided that, they'll start examining this monitor. They might poke the screen or something. Ah, I see. The color changes when I press it here. Then they might investigate the hardware on the inside. Ah, I see. So this wire supplies power. Eventually, they might even cut the wires. Ah, yes, just as I expected. When this wire is cut, no results appear. Therefore, it must be this device which does the calculations. But the truth is that, just like you said, the computer is doing the calculating. These cave people wouldn't know that, because they have no idea what the monitor and the computer are connected wirelessly. Lotus continued to type. Junpei scratched his head. So, what are you trying to say? Nothing. Really. It's just, I thought maybe, what if the relationship between human beings and our brains is like that? Huh? Well, let's say you stick a bunch of electrodes into parts of the brain. The scientists examine the signals they send out might say, interesting. So stimulating this part of this brain causes this person to see colors. That must mean this neuron cluster controls that function. Okay, let's see what happens when I cut out this part. Yeah, just as I thought. Cutting off this part causes the function to cease. Therefore, human thought processes must occur in the human brain. You get it? It's just like this monitor. Maybe the brain is just an output device, like this monitor. Maybe our thought processes actually occur somewhere else, in the main body. We just don't know it. We never even think about it. Just like those cave people wouldn't know about wireless communications. We can't imagine that there's some unknown medium that transfers information into our brains where we experience that information as thoughts. Junpei didn't say anything. Not so much because he had no retort. No, her argument just seemed silly. And he was a little surprised to be hearing something like it come from her. The brain is just an output device? Human thought actually occurs somewhere else? Did Lotus really think that he wondered? It was a little creepy, Junpei thought. It sounded altogether too much like a bizarre, cultish religion. Maybe that's the cause of Seven's amnesia. Oblivious to Junpei's increase in discomfort, Lotus continued. Wait. Oh yeah, he did tell the group that he had amnesia. If memory is actually stored somewhere else in some sort of main body, somewhere, maybe he hasn't forgotten anything at all. He's just having a difficult time accessing his memories because the monitor, his brain, has been damaged. Okay. I suppose that would explain Aphasius and blindsight too. Perhaps they actually can speak or see. The monitor just isn't functioning properly. I guess people with what? Prosopagnosia. What? Could be suffering the same thing. Wait a minute. What? He knew what aphasia was from watching medical dramas on TV, and blindsight was easy enough to guess, but he'd never heard the word prosopagnosia before. No, me neither. What? You've never heard of the... Lotus spun around in her chair to look at him. Junpei just shrugged and shook his head. Nope. What is it? Well, put simply, it means a condition where the mind can't distinguish between human faces. In other words, my face would look like the same as Clover's, or even yours. So they can't remember faces, which is how most people recognize each other. That means that people with have trouble recognizing even people they're close to. Usually they can make do by associating people with other things, like their voices, their clothes, their hair. Does that mean other people's faces look like blanks? No, I don't think so. You've seen monkeys, like in a zoo, right? To you and me, all the monkey faces look the same. Even though they obviously got faces, it's almost impossible for a human to distinguish between them. The zoo staff that works with them would learn to identify different monkeys eventually, but you or I couldn't. Unless one had a scar or something else to set it apart. That's how people would be to someone with... Oh, huh? Didn't even know that kind of thing existed. Junpei did his best to act as though the entire lecture hadn't gone entirely over his head. And, what were we talking about? The idea that your brain is just an output device, like a monitor? Are you serious about that stuff? No, not really. I was just kidding for about half of it. What about the other half? Well, I guess I was just adulting. Not funny. Lotus's smile had something rather, masochistic to it. It's nothing more than a story I made about a boredom, and don't take it seriously. It was the first thing that came to mind, and I just talked about it to kill time. But it looks like I don't need to talk anymore. Why? I don't have to kill time any longer. As she spoke, Lotus raised her right arm high, and brought it down onto the enter key. The program took only seconds to analyze the system. Chunks of text flickered on and off in quick succession, and then a line of numbers appeared, blinked, and then disappeared. The screen cleared, and all that was left was the word accepted. Yes, piece of cake. Lotus would clearly have patted herself on the back if it would not have made her look entirely ridiculous. After a few seconds, the accepted disappeared to be replaced with 9 squares, arranged in a 3x3 square. The hell is that? No idea. It looks like a puzzle, though. Suddenly, Lotus stood up. Huh? Aren't you gonna, I don't know, do more computer stuff? No, I can't do anymore. It won't let me do any more programming. See, the keyboard. Nothing. So there's nothing more I can do. Well, I guess I'll leave this to you then, Junpei. What? Let me take a break, alright? I did my part. He wasn't sure what to say to that. She certainly had done her part, in fact. Without Lotus, they probably would have run completely aground. I shouldn't rely on other people so much, Junpei thought to himself. From here on out, he told himself he would rely on no one else. Junpei crossed his arms and stared at the puzzles shown on the screen. Oh shit, okay. The fourth touches your end. I guess I gotta get them all green. There we go. Okay, alright. I solved it. Did you hear a noise just now? Yeah, I did. It sounded like something unlocking. Well, where'd it come from?
From these lockers, baby. Sugar tits. Hey. Here I go.
Look, Junpei. The lights on the lockers are green. Then we must have unlocked it with the computer puzzle. Yeah, boy. What's in here? Keys! There's more than one key in here. This one is small and looks like it goes to some sort of machine. And this one has the Earth symbol on it? I think the Earth symbol matches a keyhole in a door on the A deck. Well, if that's the case, we probably don't need the Earth key right now. Alright then. Earth key. I'll just tuck you away deep in my bucket. Now, as for the other key. Activation key. Got it. It was just at that moment that he heard a voice behind him. It was Clover.
Hey, Junpei, motherfucker, do you have a minute?
He put the puzzle aside for the moment and walked over to Clover. What's up?
No, I wanted to ask you something. Hey, Junpei, you went to door 5 with my brother, right? Did you hear him say, like, anything weird?
Why is she asking me this? Junpei wondered. The more he thought about it, however, the more it made sense. Snake had been gone for a long time. Clover's quite attached to her brother. Of course, she would have been worried about him. He thought back to when he'd gone through the door 5, hoping he might remember something, even a small something, that would help her. However... Sorry, Clover. I can't really think of anything. I mean, he did mention that his hearing exceeds that of a regular person, or something like that, but that's about it.
Okay.
Clover's words were barely audible. She nodded vaguely to Junpei and turned to walk away. Hey, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know if I should ask you things, but if you don't mind, I was hoping you could tell me if Snake, I mean, was he born...
You're talking about his eyes?
Well, yeah.
No. He wasn't born blind. When he was a kid, he got in an accident. A really bad car accident. He couldn't see after that. And his arm?
His arm?
Yeah. My brother's left arm is like it's not like a normal person's arm. It's fake. It's not a real arm.
Well, I didn't know that. Is it prosthetic?
Yes, it hurt him really bad. To save him, they had to cut off his arm. Is that all you wanted to ask me?
Talking about a brother clearly taking a great deal out of Clover. Junpei nodded. Look, I'm sorry. If I make you talk about all that painful stuff. Clover only shook her head and walked off down the stairs. Well. So Snake was in the bad car accident that rendered him blind and with only one arm. I see. This key. The shape sure makes it seem like it goes to this machine. Alright, I'm turning it on. Sweet, okay, the monitor's on now. It's for the letters. Ah, Lotus, come over here, man. Hacker shit. Yeah, it's showing some kind of warning. Power restored to experimental device. Oh shit! Clover! The mannequin's son! Emergency system will activate in the event of an abnormal subject behavior? Okay. Uh-oh. Typing on this keyboard isn't doing squat. It says power restored to experimental device.
Hey, stuff is sticking out of Megan's head like wires or something.
How are they doing in there? Huh? Why is she all quiet now?
They were doing experiments on humans. Probably.
Oh man. Now she looks sad. I've got the scribbles from the table already. But do I? Because I can't see them in the... Are they under my file? Clover's note? Ah! Oh man. We solved that before, without even looking at that thing. Gangster. Right. Okay. I don't need a computer anymore. Okay, so everything here has been done. What about these things now? The only thing about the room that's changed is the lever is down now. Not very impressive. But I mean, like, click them now. Click them now. Eh, damn. Shit. Okay. And these are still red. Batics, okay,
It's a wreck! There are a bunch of cables on it. Somebody cut the other stuff out of the cables. I can see the wires inside.
What is all this? It's a mannequin line on the exam table. I can't really see it very well from here, but it looks like there are a bunch of electrodes sticking out of its head. Damn it.
Junpei! The thing in here is on now!
Yeah, that's because we activated the power over on this side. Could you, like, play with it a little?
Okay! Now turn this down here.
Turn, turn, turn.
Now, I don't think it's working. Nothing happened.
Maybe she missed something. I should ask her to look around the room again. Right. It's a rack. There are some cables on top with copper wires exposed. It's a wash basin, more commonly known as a sink. This is the monitor. There are a whole lot of cables under the table. Mannequin line on the exam table. It's got a bunch of electrodes sticking out of it. Tits. I've got the screws on the table already. I don't know.
Those are stairs I just came down. The bars of the gate are just above me. I guess it's drains for water, huh? But there's nothing there. Fuck.
Then, I don't know what else I could make her look at. The mannequin looks so sad. gotta admit, I'm starting to feel kind of sorry for it.
What?
Am I getting attached to this thing? Maybe I should give it a name. How about the Science Boy? Yeah, I like it. Science Boy is lying on the table. His poor head is full of electrodes. No, my Science Boy. Well, maybe if you increase the voltage.
Roger. Okay, I'm good. I'm gonna go all the way to the max. Hear ye?
Max voltage? Hey, what about Science Boy? Clover, wait!
Oh shit!
Oh no.
What? I think,
Science Boy! Oh god, Science Boy!
oh my god. The mannequin's head.
Oh, what the fuck? What are we doing? Oh man, that sounds like a fire alarm. What the hell? Fire detected, fire detected. The emergency system will be activated. Evacuate the room immediately. Oh shit! Science Boy! Science Boy's head is on fire! Science Boy, no! Oh, the humanity! The hell is Science Boy? Are you talking to the mannequin? Yes? Forget about the mannequin. You need to help Clover now. But Science Boy... Damn! The gate's still shut. Oh god, 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 it's red. Red means bad. Wait, yeah, open. Junpei, look at the light. Yeah, it's green. The emergency system is activated and disabled the lock. Now we can save Clover.
Yeah, jump high.
Alright, come on, kid, jump. Alright, she's safe. Oh man, the smoke is some serious business. Time to close this door again, I think. Alright, Clover. Are you okay? Are you hurt? Damn, she's coughing so hard she can't even talk.
Of course I'm alright. I mean, not alright. The hell took you so long, you big jerk? I was almost dead.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was going as fast as I could. I mean, Science Boy's on fire and shit. I mean, what do you want me to do? You two can do this later. Right now, we need to get the hell out of here. That fire's not gonna stay in that room forever. Alright, let's get out.
Hey, the green light is lit. It's gotta be unlocked now.
Let's go in. Did we do it? Did we totally just do it?
I'm gonna cream if I did.
Yes, you found it. Alright. Junpei, Clover, and Lotus slept out of the laboratory, slamming the door behind them. All three collapsed against the wall, breathing heavily. Junpei's heart was pounding in his chest, and his whole body felt weak. He inhaled gulps of clear air, and with each one he could feel his body begin to calm down. Alright. Let's go. They nodded to each other and started off down the hallway. Before long they found a few new doors, but all of them were locked. Soon they had tried all the doors but one. The final door sat at the corner of the hallway. Junpei grabbed the door handle and was about to pull it open when a voice cried out behind him. It was neither Clover nor Lotus, but he recognized it. There was no doubt the voice belonged to... Ah, shit.
Jippy!
Motherfucker. He spun around. There, at the other end of the hall, Junpei saw human figures running toward him. Okay, it's not just her. Whew! There. 3 of them. June, Santa, and Seven. They stopped short in front of Junpei and his companions, gasping for air. Hey, what are you guys doing here?
What?
Wait, that's me. Wait, what? What? But we didn't... Before he could finish, Clover spoke.
Now, guys, could you come over here?
She was standing near the end of a small hallway that branched off to the right. I rested and ran over to her, curious as to what she'd found. There was something on the wall at the end of the hallway. Is this a map? A map of the ship's interior. It said sea deck in the upper left corner. Most likely they assumed it was a map for the floor they were on. Door 7 and door 8. The map confirmed what they already knew. Both doors eventually led to the hallway where they found themselves. In fact... Yeah. Isn't that what I said? Till we find that door 9, there ain't gonna split us up. We might get separated for a little while, but we'll see each other again. Otherwise, we can't open door 9. That's how the nonary game works.
Oh, well, what the fuck am I doing here? Goddamn.
Junpei looked at the map of the ship's interior again. As he looked more closely, his surprise and excitement gave way to weariness. One by one, the others saw what he'd seen. As one, they all moved back toward the door Junpei had only a moment ago been ready to open. He pulled the map of the ship's interior off the wall and put it in his pocket and followed the others. The six of them stood in front of the door, arrayed in a semicircle. Santa stepped forward. He took hold of the door and spoke without looking back at the other 5. Are you ready? I'm gonna open it. They nodded their silent assent. With a deep breath, Santa threw open the door.
Aw, shit. What the fuck is on the other side?
Okay. They poured through the doorway and into the room. Even without looking around, each one of them knew where they were. They were just where the map had said they would be. The same room they'd been in not so very long ago. What? The tremendous central hospital room with empty beds from wall to fucking wall?
Huh?
I see. I believe I understand what you're saying.
This is bullshit. That's what I'm saying.
The 6 of you split into 2 teams and went through doors 7 and 8. You solved the puzzles in the operating room and the laboratory, and then met one another in the hallway after opening your respective locked doors. He looked like anyone might after only just waking up, but it seemed like that his brain was working as well as ever. He'd managed to grasp, summarize, and understand each team's report. At any rate, I feel a bit silly for my little show of what altruism. I'm sure he'll be back for me. I did hope you'd come back, but I confess I didn't think you'd be back so soon. A shook his head with a rueful smile. Well, we saw each other again and we ain't dead, so I say that's good enough. 7 smiled. Anyway, I say we get out of this creepy old place. We found the key we need. The key? Ain't that what I just said? I'm talking about the Jupiter key. We found it in the operating room. Here. 7 tossed something small and metallic toward Junpei. He caught it and found that the object was a key. On it, someone had engraved a symbol very similar to a 4. He looked over at June, who nodded back. It had to be the Jupiter symbol. I'm gonna let you hold on to that, alright? Yeah, got it. Well, I've got something for you too, then. Here. It's a Saturn key card we found in the kitchen. I might lose it. It's probably better if you hold on to it. That way it won't be my fault if it gets lost. With that, she pressed into Junpei's hand. He felt slightly less than honored. As a group, they now had 3 keys that had not been used. The Earth key, which had been found in a laboratory. The Jupiter key, which Seven had just handed to Junpei. And the Saturn key card, which Lotus had just handed to Junpei. Okay. Junpei tucked the new keys into his pocket. June spoke up. Oh god. Sunshine and rainbows.
Sunshine and rainbows! The Jupiter key is supposed to be for the door at the end of that long, straight hallway, right?
Yeah. The map's right, then it connects to the central staircase. Then next to the stairs.
Wait! Wait!
They were the first words anyone had heard out of Clover in quite some time. Her face suggested they weren't going to be very happy words. Oh no.
What about door 3?
Look. You saw the map, right? It's the same as 7 and 8. It just leads us back to the big hospital room. There's no point to seeing what's on the other side of that door.
There is a point! At least, there's for me.
There were tears in her eyes, but she glided 7 as hard as she could, just the same. She looked very much like a frightened puppy. There was a man alive who could have resisted those eyes. 7 looked everywhere in the room except Clover and muttered and coughed apologies under his breath. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Snake might be on the other side of door 3. Clover nodded once. The next person to speak was Ace. Very well. I'll be coming with you then. I've had a nice long rest. It's time I was up and about again. So 7, you'll help me, won't you? Huh? Me? Junpei did the calculations quickly in his head. It looked like 7 was doing them too. Last he gave up. Well, damn! Well, I guess that's how it's gotta be. So I'm going with you, huh? Yes, you are. Alright, let's get moving. And so it was decided that Clover, Ace, and 7 would discover what lay beyond door 3. Laters! Okay, we're heading out. Alright, be careful. Whoa. Didn't think I'd I didn't think I'd be hearing that from you, Lotus. I don't let it get you ahead. I'd be in trouble if the 3 of you bought it. The rest of us can't open that 9 door. Ah. Okay, the truth comes out. 7 nodded as if the answer made much more sense and pulled the lever on the red. Okay, let's go. The door opened up and Ace, Clover, and 7 jumped through it.
Laters, players!
Don't get killed. After exactly 9 seconds, the door closed noisily. Alright then. We should get moving too. Huh?
Get moving!
Now where are we going? Everyone except Lotus seemed rather confused. Well, it would be a waste of time to just sit around, wouldn't it? Let me explain.
Now I get it! We're gonna see if we can get anywhere interesting with the Jupiter key.
Yeah. Yeah, if we're lucky, we might find Snake. Perhaps. They're at the end of the hallway, lined by individual hospital rooms. The Jupiter symbol was engraved on the keyhole. Right then, Junpei, open it if you please. Yeah, I'm on it. Junpei pulled the Jupiter key out of his pocket and slid it into the keyhole. He twisted. With a nice sharp click, he felt the door unlock. Alright. Ready, guys? Junpei's companions nodded. He nodded back and slowly and quietly opened the door. Well, that is going to be the end of our little 999 session there, man. Because my throat is dry as hell. I have a feeling we're about to enter another door situation where we got to make decisions and yet again seek a way out. This session was really good. I'm really glad I went with door 8 when it came to picking between 8 and 7. I'm glad we went with 8 because, like I said, with door 5 we got to learn a bit about Snake and a bit about 7. But with door 8 we got to know a tremendous amount about Lotus, you know. And Clover herself was even able to shed some more light on Snake as well, and saying how he acquired his blindness, and also that he was missing one arm through a bad car accident. So yes, I don't know what to expect on the other side of this Jupiter dough. But we'll find out tomorrow most likely when we play this again some more. I don't know how far we are through the game, but if the time is anything to go by, we should be approaching 2 a.m. on the in-game clock soon. I think we should start hearing that 2 a.m. chiming. So I think there's a chance that we're coming up. We're not there yet, but we're probably approaching 50%-ish. Yeah, kind of. So I'm gonna guess and say we're probably halfway-ish, judging by the time. Anyways, guys, I had a lot of fun with 999, and I hope you did too. And we're gonna be tearing up some more of this real soon, buddy. Hey, yeah.